Okay, so good morning and good evening, everybody, and welcome back in today's class. So yesterday we discussed and we saw about the email notification, email properties, email configuration, which is going outbound, which is outbound specifically. Okay, where to, when to send, what to send, and to whom it should be sent. Okay, now we're going to do the second part of email notification. Even though we cannot test it because this functionality has been blocked by ServiceNow in the PDIs at point of time, but still we will discuss that part because that is important. Now, if you notice someday that you send a email to any of the network service provider, maybe Vodafone, maybe Airtel, maybe Jio, maybe in outside India it can be Livara, it can be you Vodafone kind of service providers are there. So if you send them an email on a specific email ID, maybe the customer care email ID specifically, okay, you get a response. Your email has been acknowledged, a ticket has been generated, and we will revert back in the 48 hours. 2 days, 3 days, it depends. Now, how that ticket get generated in the background? What you mention in subject, that has been captured in subject, what you mention in email body, that has been captured in the description part. And why only incident, not change, not request, not problem? Why? So these things called the inbound action. Means if anybody is sending any action outside from ServiceNow to ServiceNow, then how to handle that particular activity or particular action is called the inbound. So if I go here, I'll show you some inbound action. Actions. This is create incident, update incident. Let's say you raise an incident in ServiceNow, you get an email. Thank you for contacting us. We will be reaching out to that part. After 1 hour or after 2 hours, you again replied on that email. Hi team, any update on that part? And you want, as a customer, you want that this comment, this statement also get recorded in the incident. That is important. Okay, so in this case, we have multiple inbound actions. So like if you can see here, create incident. Let me filter out on the basis of the incident only. Show matching. Right? Like this. So this is create incident, update incident BP. I'm not sure what is the BP meaning. Create incident forwarded. On call assigned by acknowledge. So let's say what is create incident here. It's not a drag and drop. First point, it's not a drag and drop. Little bit coding are required, but let's see how much it's required now for us. Okay. So number one, that inbound action work only and only on the tables. So which table you want to do? You want to put on the change, you can put on the change. But remember one thing. If you pick up any of the record to be created, incident or change, make sure in the email you are getting sufficient information so that all the background field mapping can be done. So now if I say, let me go here and I'll raise an incident. Okay. Now what minimum is required to create an incident? Atul, we required caller and we required the short description. These two fields are a minimum required to create an incident. And I can get this from the email. Caller, I can pick up the email ID, the represent, sorry, sender, and short description I can pick up from the subject. But if I change the example to change let it be open now. So now if I go here, now what are the minimum information required to save a change? Out of the box, nothing. If I click on the save, it will be done. Right. So the point is that we have to know that what minimum fields are required to save the record at a first point of time. OK, so now let's come here. So it says what type of action you want. You want to record or you want to reply. See, if incident is already created and you're asking for a update, then it's a reply, not a record action. Right? So that is a reply, not a record action. Record action means if something coming new and you want to take care of that part. Again, three things: when to run, what action it should take. It should map the fields. It should reply something. It should delete something. It should update something. What it should do. First, we'll see when to run. Type. Only emails of the selected will be trigger inbound action. If the type is new, it means in the subject line there is nothing called RE colon FW colon AW colon RW colon. No, it will not treat. If it is a reply, then it should contain something RE in the beginning. OK, so let's say I'm going to use the new. Second, who can send this email and inbound action should trigger? You can restrict the minimum one as well. Let's say I make an internal portal for my company, but I don't want that any person below than director should send an email and incident get created automatically. In this case, I can put the required rules. If that person has this rule, only those are allowed to send the email and inbound action will work. Sometime it required. It's look little I say not fair, but it's required sometime. OK, the third point is called the execution order. A very important point in the complete service now structure. This order term play a very vital role. Now, if I go here, let's say there's a if in the case of fire, call the fire brigade, call the police, and call the ambulance. According to you, what should be the sequence? Fire brigade, police, ambulance, fire brigade, ambulance, police, ambulance, police, fire brigade, or make a video for the WhatsApp and circulate it first. So sequence matter here. This is what ServiceNow say. If two inbound action has the same sequence on the same table, it can be problematic for you. It is a conflict kind of things. Namrata also want to update system property. Rajesh also want to update system property at the same time. Then it is a conflict. Correct? So execution order, it's not here only. Now, after that, we'll study about the business rule, client script, UI policies. A lot of places this execution order matter. It go up to thousands as well. 100, 0, 1, 10, 99, 200, 1000, 10,000. It up to go that part. And or if you want that only specific users can send an email, you can define a specific email ID here. That if I mention Rajesh email ID here, only that will be considered for the inbound email. Rest nobody else will consider as the inbound action. So that can be done. Now the last point, when to run. Important. As it's a new condition, so it has no filtration here. It says that's fine. Anything, any email I'm receiving, I'll create an incident. Okay, so this particular UI action, inbound action is applicable for all the emails coming in service now, if the condition matches. Otherwise, no. Now let's say condition get match. Then what to do? Yeah. Then what to do? Two things. Number one, you can map the field via field action. I say that short description. Short description from email map to subject. Okay. Color. From email or to email. I say from email. Map to sender. From email map to body. But in this unlimited, you don't have unlimited fields. Either you put 2, then also, okay, in 2 means, 2 means you are sending it. If it's a from, then you can do only these 6 fields max, not much. You cannot decide the priority. You cannot decide that other things. Sorry, but you can do the same thing via scripting as well. Via this way. But the problem is that you cannot use these two things in the parallel manner. Either this will work, either this will work. Generally, this will take precedence. Okay. So you have to take a step back. If everything is not, because via scripting, you can do a lot of things which you cannot achieve at this point of time. I'm not saying it's a bad, it's a good. Let's say I want to put the priority. Do I have any option? No, it's not giving option. It's saying only this thing you can do. Let's say problem cause. See, 6 fields. So you cannot do much work with the help of these options. So now what we have to do? Now let me reload this page. Now this is my scripting part. What it say to me? Not sure why its color has been changed. Okay. It says these are the methods and the functions which we are going to be discussed in the scripting chapter. Okay. For time being, you just understand that we are mapping the stuff from the email to the ServiceNow field. So current dot caller ID means in the current record of the caller ID, get the user ID here. Current dot comments received from email dot original and email body. In the comment section, in the note section, add this thing. Current dot short description, add the email dot subject. So what we are doing on the top in this section, same we're doing here, but we are setting up some more work like this thing. In email, there is a field, there is a flag called importance. So it says if email.importance is undefined, it means user did not click on that part. Is not equal to undefined. Is not equal to undefined. It means user click on that part. Then make a priority as a high, impact as a 1, urgency as a 1. Otherwise, it should be P4. It should be P4. OK. Then create and then insert. Insert is the method to insert the record in service now. OK. This is what about the inbound action of the incident creation. Now, if I go back, click on the update and go back. Let's say update 1. When update will work? When it has a reply. See, when it has a reply. For this, also it is 100. But that's fine because table is same, but actions are different. The types are different. Now, if I go here action, this time it is not considering anything on the priority, but still it's checking. It say if current dot table name is incident and check reply from and email body, put in the comment section. So how should mention? You should mention a reply from original email ID, original email plus on the top of that the body. If gs.hasRole.itl, then it's making some more actions. And again, it's saying if email.body.priority are not undefined and is numeric email.body.priority. Not sure what they're doing. They're changing something on the priority level. But in this case, the function has been changed to the update, not to the insert. If I go back to the update incident BP, let's see what this says. This is false, this is true. Let's go to description. This inbound emulation behaves the same as update, but additionally reopen the closed instead if the email server contains. Acha. See, it has also the same thing, reply, but it is different. Why? Because it's saying in this particular inbound action, if the email body contain the word please reopen, then it will be reopening the incident. And now if I go here in the action, we can see here. See, if email subject contain please reopen, it will reopen that incident. And if it reopen, it means it's an update. It's update, it will go as a notification to the user that your incident has been reopened again. Clear. Rajesh, Namrata and Trevor. Any doubts?
One question that I have about this, the execution order, where the number is 100. So is there any condition that no, it would be example 100, 150 or 200 or 99, 101 also can work? And like, how do we know that it should be if 100 is right or not, or it
Okay.
should be 10
Yeah.
maybe.
So as per the ServiceNow standards, if when we go for the scripting partner, there's a I'll show you one screenshot. So in this screenshot, they mention that if you are creating any policies, UI policies, then make the number between this and this only. If you're making the business rule, then make a number between 100 and 1000 only. If you're making this, make a number between 6000 and 700. Okay, but now the question comes, how we know that is the best one? To do this part, if I come back here, I want, let's say my requirement is that I want to create a policy, or I want to create an introduction of the change table. Let's say change. ठीक है? अरे कोई भी नहीं change के ऊपर. Come on. दो है. ठीक है? Both on the 100. Now, if I want to create a new inbound action on the change request, then I need to be see the previous one conditions, then on which condition it has been triggering. Okay. Again, same thing. In case of fire, okay, there is one inbound action already there. As soon as smoke detector detect the fire, the buzzer start ringing. Let's say that is the inbound action. Someone is intentionally putting the smoke in the detector now. Okay. As soon as that has been done, it executes this particular inbound action. I also want to create one more inbound action on that part, but condition is little different. Condition is little different. Then in that case, I can put the both orders as 100. The less the order will execute the first. The less the order will execute the first. But it doesn't mean you start making everything on the lower part. You say that my policy should run first, my inbound action should run first. No, you have to be see what is already exists. Right? So if you study if you stay in the hostel, it is well said in the hostel. If you take your lunch, dinner or breakfast, within the 5 or 7 minutes the mess has opened. You get good vegetable, you get good sabji, and you get good roti. More you delay, more you will be in a loss. But sometime more you delay, you will get the more as well. Sweets, maybe you like sweets, so people do not like that sweet, you get a more sweets at that time as well. So it depends that when you want to execute. If conditions are not same, put the 100 number as a. If conditions are same, then you have to be think on that part. And these are the work done by the developers, not as a consultant we have to be do. So they check what is mentioned in the previous one, and then I'll create my own inbound action. Inbound action. So in this case, if I say one is a chain task, one is a change request, I don't think that if I create new inbound action on the change request, it's going to be affect anything. But I need to be see what are the it is an update, it's not a create. So on the create I can create with a number as 100. I can create. But if I want to work on the update, then I have to be C. So if you go here, if you notice one thing, let me put incident again. See, what's the difference between these two? Is there no difference? One is false, one is true. It says if the subject contain the please reopen. It says nothing on that part. But both are the, so you can sort of 100. In this case, it is false. Let's say if I make it the both as a true, then which one will execute? Because both has a 100 sequence number. So sometimes we have to see, can I merge my requirement in the other one as well? Instead of creating the new this thing. See, when you join a company which is already in the mature state of the process side, you just provide your inputs to update. You're not in position to create something new for them from the scratch because they already done that part. So that is the thing. If you say no, I want to create a new process flow, they say give us the need. What's the need of this one? What extra, what new you're bringing in this process flow? If nothing, then better use our system only and provide the enhancements, improvements on this system instead of creating your own new processes. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes, Namrata and Trevor, any doubt?
No, Atul, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Now let's move to the. So this is all about our inbound emails. That how the inbound email action work in the service now. So I must say, open it and check it what the code has been done. In the previous batches, we done this practically as well because the email was working, but now email is not working. So I cannot send any email and we can see that incident has been created or not. Okay. Now let's see what next topic we can pick up. Some small topic. Okay, let's start. We have a timer. Okay, good. Now let's come here. Matcher and setter. The thing is that I'm a little bit not sure about one topic which I always get confused. Okay. I want to start data lookup and the assignment rule, but I'm a little bit not sure. Otherwise it get pending. Chalo, theek hai, let's start this part. Okay. Now the question, if you see on the screen here, is that if I make a change in the impact, my priority gets changed. If I change in my urgency, again my priority gets changed. From where this is coming? Where it has been defined. This concept is called the data lookup. This concept is called the data lookup, where I saw the data and I look and provide the results. Okay. And let's come here. Data lookup. It is the game of two things. One is matcher and other is setter. What to match, what to set. But to do this part, we have to create a table. We have to create the lookup. Then we have to create the match and set. Let's understand this point first, that how this is working, where it has been defined. Now let's go here and search for the data lookup. Data lookup definitions. This is the priority lookup, this one, and is working on the incident table. Okay, if I show you this part, let me show you here. See, it is matching impact and urgency and setting the priority. Rajesh has a question now. Atul, that's fine. You are talking about the fields, but where it is reading about this 1 and 2 and putting as a 2 here, where are the values? For that, let go back here and copy this table. Come here, because this table don't have any module available. See, sometime I don't want to show all the tables to my users. Like, I give one example. Sometime in the training, there are the topics which I covered by opening a notebook panel to my laptop, but I don't tell you. This is what the same thing. There are a few tables which don't have any module, but exist because I don't want to show. So this is what the lookup here. Impact 1, urgency 1, priority 1. Impact 2, urgency 2, priority 3. Impact 3, urgency 3, priority 5. This is one-time activity we have to do. Now what we are going to do, because it is already there, so we cannot make any changes here. So what we are going to do, we will say if I assign, if the caller is Fred Ludy, then it should assign to the incident team. I want this via lookup. Data lookup. Okay, even though this can be done via assignment lookup as well, assignment lookup, the same thing, but it is a different concept. Okay, so now let me come back here. So now the question come how to create this table, and see this is a underscore U. If I open this new and go to this table, just to show you. So it has been extended from the data lookup matcher rule. It's not extended from the task. It's not extended from the incident. It's not extended from any other table. There is a separate table available in ServiceNow that is called the data lookup matcher rule table. So now I'll copy this. Generally, this is the concept which I always forget, which I always do something wrong. So I open my notebook in the parallel, but now I don't have my notebook available with me. So now let's go here and create a table. Okay, click on the tables because table is must, and click on the new. Let's say I want to put LNG color and assignment. Name will become automatically. And which class I want to be extended? I want to extend from the data lookup. This is called the D underscore matcher table. Okay. Do you want to get a module? No, I don't want any module. Fine. And click on the save. Simple, same thing we are doing. We are creating a new table. Table has been created. 16 fields come from the parent table. That's fine. Now what I want if I put the caller this should become automatically. It means I have to be create two fields in my table now. I can put requester because this is my table. I can put any name here. Requester. It's a reference. To the with the reference here reference to the sys_user. I'm doing nothing new. sys_user. Done. Let's create one more. Okay. Yes. Group. No. sys_user group. Done. And save. My table created. Two fields which I want has been created now. Now it's time to be enter the data. Let's copy it. See, if you want, you can get the module as well. That's not a problem. If you want. So now what I'm doing, this part has been done. Table done. Now I'm putting the lookup. Means I'm creating the data. Enter data. Go here, copy and list. Yep. And now let me click on the new. Like we have a priority matrix, right? The same thing we're doing here. What I want if requester is Fred Ludi, then the assignment group should come as a incident. Submit. If you want, you can change the form layout. That's fine. One more. If requester is Rajesh, then you should assign to the change management. Let's say change management. Submit. Let's say these two things is working or not. Now this has been done. My part has been done. Table creation done. And lookup data has been ready. Now I have to create the lookup definition here. Go here and put the data lookup definition. Means what to check and what to set. Do you remember during our transform map what we did? We did the table to table mapping and field to field mapping. The same thing we are going to be doing here now. Let me get a new data lookup. It's very easy concept. We should know as a consultant. That's the important point. What happened? Okay, it's opening. So now let me give the name here. LNG lookup definition. Let's say like this. It says what is the source table from where you want to bring it. I said I want to bring it on the incident. This is my source. And where to match it? I said match it to my this one, matcher table. Clear everybody till this point. Let me come back here. Rajesh, what's going in the mind?
I'm trying to digest what you were saying.
Okay, let me complete this exercise and then we'll repeat in the step by step again. Okay. Okay, just be on the concepts now. We are doing nothing new here. This is what we done in the transform map as well. Import set and the service now table. Same thing we're doing here. Source, in which table you want to run this lookup, and matcher, which table I should use to get my records. This is what we created. This is what service now created. And click on the save here. Okay, and now what to match? Click here. What happened? New tab. Sometimes it did not work for me. Not sure why. Okay, what to match? And click on the new. I said in the source table, there's a field called the caller. Let me try from here only. Sometimes it did not pick up the references and it created a problem here. Let me reload it. Not sure it's my. Come on. Oh. It's showing blank because it's not picking up the definition from there. Let me reload this one again. There's something wrong on this part. See, it's not even showing that thing. Let me open it again in the new window. Try it. No, yeah, it's not picking up. Let me log out. Can anyone try to open this? I'll give you the link. Just try to open at your side, guys, with your IDs. Not sure it is something with my ID or with my this thing instance. So this is what we created. Anyone try on this link, please? Click on the new. Yeah, now it's working good. So now it is a source. It says which field of the source means which field of the incident you want to match. I said match the caller. Which field in the matching table? With the requester, which we created this one. Don't worry about this thing as of now. I said match this, submit, and set. Same thing, new. Source assignment group. Match with the assignment group of the group. Submit. Done. Our work done. And just save. Now let's come here and log in again. What we said, if I put the Fred Ludy, This is coming now. Why? Because it is coming from the data lookup. If I change it to Rajesh, Atul, not working. Yes, it is not working. Do you remember in the transform map time, there's a few things which we discuss. If callsec is empty, if fields are empty, the same things are applicable here as well. If you notice, it's a exact lookup match. I said false. Fine. But it says if match is not find, do you want to replace? This should be true. Yes. If it means if I'm changing the caller value, it should get replaced. Yes. Let me show you something. Reload the form. See, if I put Rajesh, it's showing the change management. Now, if I put Fred Ludy, it shows the incident. Why? Because with tick box, this always replaces as a true. If it is true, it means it will always replace. If the value gets changed here, this will get updated. If you see here, run on update, I'm just doing on the insert, run on update. If in record is already inserted, if then someone want to make a change, do you want to run this particular lookup definition? If you make true, it will run. Now let me come back for the questions. Yes, Rajesh, go ahead.
So I have one question, Atul. So
Sure.
in example, when we are going in a customer call and the customer asks about certain permutation combination basis that we have to do the lookup, you see there are a lot of options are there. So in reality, is it possible that how do we handle such questions, and a ServiceNow expert is expected to know all of those?
No. See, the example which I pick up is actually a wrong example for the lookup perspective. If I say, if you want to specifically talk about the assignments, that if this is a thing, then it should assign to this part, then we should use the assignment groups lookup. Let me show you. This one. Then we have to look for the assignment lookup rules. If we are specifically talking about these things. So in this case, you can do categories, subcategories, CI location on the basis that you can update assign to and assignment group. But in which cases we use this data lookup basically when we populate some value on the basis of some other values by seeing that part. So let's say if the age of a participant is less than 18, then by default it should populate as a child or teenager, not the adult. The value should get populated there. This is for the data lookup. If you see the example which we did is basically on the assignment group. We should be go via assignment rules only. But I don't know to modify something on the priority or something. Otherwise it's tough to be understand. So I pick up my own example and show to you here. So generally customers say I want this thing to be assigned to this thing, but they have a specific part. So let's say I give example. In a single day, I receive approximately 20 emails from my users. My hardware is not working. And I have to manually assign those tickets to hardware team. Why not I make it as automated? That if the email body contain hardware, update, create the incident with the category hardware, and if the category of a incident is hardware, then assign the ticket to the hardware team. So this can be done by this manner, because in the assignment lookup only these 4 fields are be useful, or these 4 fields are be used actually. Rajesh, clear? Any doubt? Still in doubt?
I'm good at it.
No, if because these two are the same. Let's say if I make it like this, let use the assignment lookup. In this case, no need to be get any table. It's service now out of the box. I say if category is database DB2, okay, then assign to problem management. Okay, save. I go and reload my page. Database DB2. It's come there. But now if I put Fred Ludy here, it will override this one. It will override this one because both are the same sequence number 100 and 100. Now we have to be think, are we doing logical inputs here or not? So what happened that on the assignment group, I put 2 rules. One via data lookup and one via assignment lookup. Which is the best? I have to be used that only, not the both. Clear?
Yeah.
Amrita, any doubt? Trevor, any doubt, any question? Good.
Atul, not related with this, like from the basic, we took the example for matching the assignment group, that this assignment group will take these assigned to or with the caller. Um, from where we insert a group of list of assignment groups, like for example, these are the assignment groups in our service now. Is it through list like a table which we create in
Yes.
the assignment
Group table.
group table? Okay.
Assignment tool is nothing. Assignment group is nothing. It is just a field, but it has been referenced to the group table.
Okay.
So all the data is coming from there only.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Good. Okay. Wow. I'm happy that in the first go I was able to show this successfully. Okay. So now try something in that part. Maybe if you see here, if I go here data lookup. It is for incident and problem. You should create for the change now. Try to create for the change. If risk is this, then this should auto populate. Try something on that part. Easy, you can do it. The only thing which is the steps is required. Number 1, we have to create a table that is called my DL matcher. That is from my DL matcher table. Then we have to put the data, lookup data, and then we have to put the matcher and the setter. Rest all fine. Nothing to be worried. It's very simple concept. You're getting the data from the customer and you have to put in the service now directly. Okay. So with this, we are completing this topic as well. Any doubt, any question anybody has? Okay. Let me stop the recording and take a quick attendance now.